Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me this evening. It is Wednesday, June, June, hmm, February 20th. And I'm excited that you guys have come on board with me. Hey, Dick, nice to see you this evening. I'm going to look straight ahead. I do have my phone on, and I'm going to try Instagram as well. So tonight, I'm hoping to bring you some inspiration and some tips about 5 habits of successful people. So thanks, Alan, for joining. I got some successful realtors on here with me tonight. I'm going to talk with you guys as business people, as business owners, as entrepreneurs, as well as realtors. So let me try to go live on Instagram. All righty. Checking my connection, and I have a contraption here that should hold my phone and create an opportunity for me to, well, that's not working. So I'm going to skip that tonight. Thank you again. So we're going to talk about 5 habits of successful people. My name is Gersha Porter. I am a 15-year real estate professional, background in human resources, and have recently been certified to move forward with business coaching. So I'm excited that I can have you guys join me this evening. Hopefully you'll be able to get some great information to take you forward in your businesses. So what are some of the successful habits of folks who you know that are successful? I'm going to ask you to please jot that down. If you could think of a habit that comes to your mind of a successful person, hopefully it'll be one of those that we cover tonight. The first one I want to cover is set your goals and act on them. So we're in February. How many of you have set some goals for 2019 that you might want to share with us? Go right ahead and just put one of those goals in the comment so that I could see that you are absolutely either a type of person who was able to set a goal, you're on your way. This is one of my goals. I actually wanted to get in front of more people this year, and this is one of the ways that I figured I might be able to do that. So what might be a goal that you've set? Do you write to-do lists? To-do list is one of the ways that we can also see that you are very goal-oriented and you're very action-oriented. So to-do list. Some of us use actual paper. I do write down oftentimes. I have clients that use electronic to-do lists. If you had some that you are using that are great or that you've been pleased with, please do share that as well. I'm trying to get to comments. Write that comment down. Successful tip number 1 is to set some goals and act on them. And if you've been able to do any so far for 2019, please share that with us if you're proud of your goal. My number 1 supporter mentioned eating healthier, and yes, that is a commitment we've made in our family, is to try to eat healthier. What I have behind me too tonight is my vision board, and I do a couple of them throughout the year, but you'll see a great big salad on mine because one of my goals is absolutely to eat healthier for the year. So you want to set your goals, and that could be a daily plan for you by actually writing out your to-do list. Anybody use calendars to track what they need to do or to be a little bit firm about the goals that you have planned? Those of us that might be in sale probably have time that is blocked out in our schedule to actually make sales calls. So do I have any business folks here with us this evening who actually block out some time to make calls? And that's a part of you setting your goals for the week. Any call folks, anybody who has some other time within their calendar that they've specifically set aside to meet some of their goals? And how do you track them? Some of us track weekly, some of us track daily, but successful people are going to set those goals, act on them, jot them down, put them on their calendar, and they're actually going to track them and make adjustments. If you made a goal, such as some of our clients actually commit to make phone calls daily, and their commitment is to actually get on the phone for 2 hours, and they don't accomplish it in one day, they'll adjust the goals for the remainder of the week so they can get that week goal. So set your goals and act on them. The second thing that successful people do is, if somebody could jot down what's the first thing that successful people do, if you could just put that in the comment, and that is to set goals and act on them. That's the first thing that is a successful, a habit of successful people, is to actually set your goals and act on them. Number 2 is to read like crazy. When we say read, we're not talking about Facebook posts and Instagram posts and Twitter. We're actually talking about reading substantive information, whether it is a book, whether it's an ebook, whether it's a blog, newsletters. We want to make sure that we are absolutely reading. We know that readers are leaders. You guys have heard me say that before. I was excited to launch a virtual book club this year. So tell me a little bit about what you're doing to read like crazy. And Audible counts. So if you're an Audible reader, you subscribe to Audible, go right ahead and put that in the comments. Let us know how you read. If you're reading a book right now, because we know you're successful, tell us the name of the book that you might be reading, and perhaps you may recommend it to some of us. So we want to make sure that we are reading like crazy. As adults, we do have blocks of time, and we want to make sure that we're setting that time to actually read. Not seeing any good books. I'm not seeing what folks might be reading right now. If you can please share with us if you have a great book that you're reading, whether it's business, whether it's personal, if you read for relaxation. All we're talking about is the fact that a successful habit is to absolutely read like crazy. Habit number 3, get up early. How many of us get up early? And early is relative, but early really probably means early. And we're in the winter here in Maryland, and when most of us get up, it is dark. So getting up early might be what time for some of you. So if you're getting up early, which is the third habit of a successful person, tell me, what time are you getting up in the morning? Those of us who work a traditional day. What time are you getting up in the morning? What's early for you? We want to get up early. When you get up early, there are very few distractions typically in your home. That's one of the big benefits of getting up early. If you exercise, it absolutely provides an opportunity for you to exercise. Some of our clients, they leave the house and actually exercise. There's some gym and other facilities that actually have 6 o'clock classes. Some have 5 a.m. So you want to make sure that if you're getting up early, that you're putting aside some time to exercise. That's also a great opportunity to go back to rule number 2, which is to read like crazy. So if you get up in the morning, that's an excellent opportunity to also read, whether you're doing 20 minutes or 20 pages. You want to get up early, and you want to use that time to read. And lastly, another huge piece of getting up early is you can actually plan your day. So if you don't have a habit of planning your day at night, the morning is a great time to plan your day. So you want to sit down. If you have an electronic calendar, if you use a paper calendar, absolutely take that time to plan your day. So the third habit of successful people, if you could write that down for me in the comment, is to get up early. And you may have to work your way into getting up early. If you typically get up at 7 and you want to start getting up early, try 6:30. After a couple of weeks, you might want to try 6 o'clock. A lot of folks are familiar with the 5 a.m. ritual in terms of it's called the 5 a.m. early morning, miracle morning, getting up at 5 o'clock and getting so much accomplished before 7 a.m. So if you are able to get up early before your house begins to stir, get as much as you can in terms of exercise, planning for your day, reading, any of those things that you can accomplish first thing in the morning, and absolutely plan your day. It's a great quiet time, and it's usually quiet in most of our surroundings. So the third habit of successful people, thank you so much, Steph, for writing that, is to get up early is our third habit of successful people. So if you're on the ball so far with these three, I know you're on your way to continuing to be a successful person. The fourth habit of successful people is to say no. Say no a lot. What do we mean by that? Well, your time is valuable. And if your time is valuable, it means that you are not able to say yes to a lot of things and a lot of people. So successful people really do have a habit, and a very confident habit, of saying no. So when you take a look at your week or look at your month and you see the types of things that you may be doing with your time, you may actually want to begin to say no a lot, because your time is valuable. And what that would also mean is just to be selective. Be pretty selective about what you choose to do with your time. We all have the same 24 hours in the day. So think about what you can say no to that will provide you with the time you'll need to read like crazy, get up early, and to set your goals. So think about that and be very confident in saying no a lot. So if you could just jot that in the comments for me as well, please. For habit number 4 of successful people is to say no a lot. What Warren Buffett says is really successful people say no to almost everything. You want to guard your time. It is very, very valuable. Hopefully you know what your time is worth, and as a part of that, you want to make sure that you are utilizing your time to the best of your ability. The successful habit number 5 of successful people. Let me see. Thank you. Thanks for including habit number 4 for me, Stephanie. Saying no. Habit number 5 is connecting with others. So tonight I had an opportunity to connect with you. Connecting with others includes broadening our network, making some bold relationships, building relationships. So a number of us have a ton of online relationships. And I love when I run into somebody in a real life event and I'll say, wow, it's great to see you in real life. So if you have some relationships that you've been able to establish online, see what you can do to continue to build and develop those relationships in real life. Join organizations, join clubs, build within the community that you may live in, the community that you may work in. So you want to make sure that you are hitting on that 5th habit. Habit number 5 is to connect with others. There's a movement now called Goal Friends. Those of us who are looking to work with folks who have similar goals to us, that is one of the ways that you'll be able to connect with others. So if you're not familiar with meetup groups, whatever your interest might be, there's a group out there for you. So find an organization, find a group, find a couple of folks that you can connect with in person. There are a lot of resources online, Zoom, Ring Central. You can have video calls. As I mentioned earlier, I was excited to start a virtual book club. We haven't met each other. One of our book club members, she actually lives in the British Virgin Islands. So with technology, we can absolutely connect with others. So habit number 5 is to connect with others. Network as much as you can. Build relationships. You want to encourage the folks that you have relationships with their goals. Help them to read, help them to get up early, help them to say no. So we want to make sure that these 5 habits, they're very interconnected, very interconnected. So you want to work on the successful habit number 5, which is to connect with others, help them reach their goals, and they're going to probably be able to help you reach yours as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just summarize our 5 habits of successful people. Habit number 1 is to set your goals and act on them. You might want to do a vision board. Some folks do them every quarter. Change them around, figure out what you need to do, what you'll see every day when you walk into your special place, which might be your office, your bedroom, your den, your study. Habit number 2, read like crazy. Habit number 3, get up early. And if you're not getting up early now, please work on what you can do to kind of get up earlier and earlier in the next couple of weeks. Successful habit number 5 is to say no. Say no a lot. Your time is valuable. Successful habit number 5 is to connect with others, and connect with others in person as much as you can. When you message folks on Facebook and Instagram, take an opportunity to pick up the phone and call them. Expand your network and see what you can do to expand theirs as well. I'm going to leave you with one quote. You guys might have heard of Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And one of his quotes is, "The richest people in the world look for and build networks. Everyone else looks for work." So we're going to make sure that we continue to build our networks. We're not looking for work. We're looking for networks, because we will be the successful people of today and tomorrow. So thank you again. If you're interested in talking with me further about coaching, you can reach me through my personal Facebook page, which is what I'm on right now. Instant message me. My phone number is 443-744-0206. Looking forward to helping some of you reach your business goals for 2019. Have a great evening. Stay safe here in Maryland. We knew we had quite a bit of snow today, and we're expecting some ice tomorrow. So please do stay safe. Reach out to somebody in your network. Make sure everything's going well with them. Okay? Have a great night. Thank you again for joining me. And if you can, please share this live on your page. Good night.